So I wanted to do a video about Charles Manson's concept of the money mind. Now, the money mind is not a complex concept. All it's stating really is that people are ruled by greed over camaraderie and greed over rational self-interest is the whole concept of the money mind. And I'm going to get into atwa in a later video: air, trees, water, and animals, which was his environmental concept. But essentially, what people need to understand is economics are illusory. They've been created to create a system of enslavement by which people can operate. Now, they were originally created as a means to create a system of trade that benefited people and allowed for fair and equal compensation for goods and services. However, it's been taken to a concept where these same principles are being used to oppress people. And this is also known as fractional reserve banking and debt. But essentially what I want people to understand is the problem with overcoming the money mind has been basically ruled by the concept of, well, you need to work to eat. However, with these new concepts in technology, automation and such, we're going to see as long as the technology is not oppressed, automation will actually replace people, especially in dangerous fields, and essentially it's going to replace people in many fields, from the average everyday fast food worker, as we're seeing at McDonald's with these new kiosks, to miners, to all sorts of stuff. And we've seen reduction in the need for employees in certain fields due to labor-saving apparatuses and things of that nature. But you're going to see drastic drop-off in employment. And this is not a bad thing. This is the first step in the next stage of human evolution. Many people may have heard, if you've taken a college-level psych class, you've heard of Abraham Maslow and his hierarchy of needs. Well, at the bottom of that hierarchy of needs is physiological needs like shelter, food, clothing, etc. And then as you go up, you get towards self-actualization, or the understanding of oneself in the greater scheme of reality. Now, we're going to get to a stage where more and more people are going to be able to achieve self-actualization due to the fact that their basic needs will be provided for at either a very low cost or no cost. And this can be done, again, on one's own with concepts such as possum living, such as outlined by Dolly Freed, and subsistence farming and things like that. However, what you're going to see is you're going to see people not only able to eat and clothe themselves and have a shelter, but you're going to see them be able to have access to high technology at little or no cost also, which is going to give them access to other things. Now, this is a good thing ultimately. However, what one must understand is living in the type of society we live in, and this is good too, although it might not seem good, people will also be able to choose to be as scummy as they want. And this is going to degrade themselves as much as they want. And this is a degree of natural selection. As a vegan, people might not understand, well, I don't really harass people to be vegan. I just don't. And the reason why is because those that choose not to adhere to the laws of nature will succumb to the laws of nature. They will be forced to. And how they will be forced to is they get sick and they get dead, is basically what happens. When you disobey a healthy lifestyle, you acquire certain diseases. And that's why I don't harass people about becoming vegan, is because their bodies will force them to understand what's going on. I simply provide information and let them make the choice. It's the same thing that will happen with severe automation and the liberation of people from menial labor. People will be able to either pursue things that are worthwhile and which lead to enlightenment and self-actualization, or they will be able to pursue things that cause debauchery and perversion and destroy the person. And you're going to see people like me personally. I know I'm going to be somewhere in between. I'm going to pursue primarily enlightenment and self-actualization, but yeah, I like my pornography, I like to I like to do things that are not necessarily always in my best interest. Though this is, again, how one sees the world is innate, and natural selection will play the role of taking people out of society that don't need to be in society. And that's about all I got to say in this video.